anything. And I'd just like to take this moment to say to the directors of the Kinji Workwear Company who claim that their trousers are tested under all work conditions, I beg to differ. Now, I suspect that they're not tested as rigorously as I would like. Now, back to this. The smallest member of this family of meat-eating, pouch-carrying animals is the Antichites. He's a little character a bit bigger than a mouse, a bit smaller than a rat. He eats rats for a living. A little bit larger. We've got the Quoll family. Never seen a Quoll? Quoll's like a fat guinea pig with a long tail and teeth that could take the fingers off a tiny toddler. That feels that. Then we've got the devil. Whereas on the bigger still, the thylacine, Tasmanian tiger. But of course, we go back there in the late 1930s. Now, we thought there were plenty over the hill, but it turns out there weren't. Now, very sadly, it looks as if the little devils are going to be the next iconic Australian consigned to extinction. And this time, it's not diminishing habitat. It's not being shot by naive farmers. It's misbehaviour. That's the issue for the devil. Now, actually, the real issue is cancer. And not just any old cancer, contagious cancer. There's only 3 types of cancer that you can catch as such, and the little devils own one of them. And this disease was first formally recognised by the government. It's a bit confusing, unless of course you've got to, so I'm talking under 5. 1996, this terrible disease was formally recognised. And back then, we thought the population of devils was around about 250,000, so you know, devil behind every tree. Well, today, with no cure on the horizon, 15,000 remain. That's it. This species is disappearing as I speak. Now, unfortunately, we're kind of too late with the lab coats and the microscopes. We're not even advancing down the road towards a vaccine. But even if we had one, even if we had a petrol tanker full of vaccine parked in my car park right now, impossible to vaccinate a wild population. So, if you can't save them with a vaccine, the only other option appears to be an insurance population. That's where you take some theoretically uninfected animals from the wild, you place them in isolated zoos on the mainland, and you get those zoos to breed them as quickly as they can. Well, that sounds like a pretty good idea. Almost as good as a contract with a large workwear manufacturer. Now, the problem is, if you want to farm them, well, the problem is this. Number one, they can just bite your fingers off. Number two, they don't live very long. 7 years, that's what you've got if you're a devil. And you've only got 3 breeding seasons in your life. You have 4 teats in the pouch, so the maximum mum can produce is 12 young over the course of her life. Except, of course, in captivity. They hadn't really been bred successfully for many decades. And in fact, it was thought they were never really bred. You just grab some from the wild and they have babies in captivity. Wow, not really captive breeding, is it? It's just birthing inside the room of the fence. Well, if you can't breed them in captivity, why not? The answer quite simply is space. To breed devils, you need at least 1 hectare. All right. You need at least 1 hectare per pair. You have some breeding success. If you could organise 4 hectares, they don't make chickens like they used to. If you could make 4 hectares available per pair, they breed all day long. Or at least once a year to their maximum potential. But that's the issue. No zoo's got that much room, no one does. We're 7.5 hectares here, we can't do it here. They can't do it at Taronga, they can't do it at Western Plains, they can't do it at Bindi World. That's what we call it. Well, if no zoo can do it, the only option appears to be create a brand new zoo just for devils. And that's exactly what Devil Ark is. It's 500 hectares on the top of a mountain in the Barrington Tops. It's freezing cold, it's covered in snow. It's ideal for devils, it really is. In fact, it's absolutely perfect for devils. The only real bummer, as you might imagine, is the cash. Now, the government's kind of helping me, but only in areas where they don't have to help. I know that sounds very odd, but that really is the trick in government, is to appear to be doing a lot, but not actually do anything. I'll explain what I mean. We can access very specific government budgets, but only for things we don't need. That sounds odd, but there's a government budget available for infrastructure. Much fencing as you want, mate, courtesy of the federal government. It's just lovely. Now, the bummer is I've got 8 k's of fencing lying on the ground that I'm not even using at the moment. I don't need fencing. Nor do I need a brand new Land Rover to drive 300 metres from the rusty old farm to the front gates of the property. I really don't. What I need, and I can't access, is $300,000 a year for operating costs. Food, water, wages. The government will not help me with operating costs at all. Many microscopes as I need, but sadly, no cash for wages. I'm kind of on my own. That's why I need your help. Now, if you're a billionaire, you need to come and see me. Don't you think that tacky disguise is going to fool me, mate? I can smell cash on you. Come and see me a bit later. Now, if you're not a billionaire, slumming it here on the Central Coast, perhaps you work for a company with a budget for philanthropy. If your company makes a charitable donation, think about Devil Ark, it's a fully incorporated charity. You get all the tax rebates, all the ticks and all the right boxes. It really is the way to go. Now, if you're a kid, you can definitely help me. Let's just have a look and see. That kid there, yeah, you, mate. When you get home today, show your parents how to turn on their computer. Then show them how to get to the Devil Ark website. Hold mummy's hand. She might see some things that upset her on that website. In fact, there's some fairly in-your-face photos there. Look at the Devil Ark website's not easy viewing, it's fundamental viewing. You really got to help me save this iconic species. Now, the whole thing about Devil Ark is breeding baby devils, and everybody says to me, mate, can I have a look at a baby devil? When people say that, I usually go, no. Why should you see one? I've been here more than 20 years and I've never seen one. Why should you? And that's it. That's the deal. We don't know if they have babies or not. You see, if you're a kangaroo, when you make a baby, this is what you do. You go to one of the staff and you go, oh, check that out, I made that. Tassie Devil's very different. If you look in a Tassie Devil's pouch, he says, oh, now that you have seen my babies, I shall kill them and eat them myself, just to teach you a hideous lesson. That's what happens. They slip their own young. So we dare not even open the pouch to have a look until we think they're about 3 months of age. By the time they're 6 months of age, they're out of the pouch and they're about... Oh, it's a bit hard to imagine like that, so instead of looking at my hands, look at those ones there. Those are 6-month-old devils. And the man holding them is their mother. Now, this is Dean. Dean actually works at Devil Ark. He runs Devil Ark for us. He's down here having a little bit of social rehabilitation. Life on the top of the mountain is fairly quiet, to say the least. Now, Dean races all sorts of stuff, and in his house at the moment he's got 5 baby devils. And as you go past, you jot it down, and he will be on the email mailing list. Now, the next thing that's coming up for you is Venom. That's at 1 o'clock, so if you want to pop down and get a photo or have a look at those devils, run on down, do it now, and I'll see you down there at 1 o'clock.
You do it, all right? You've been so nice all the way through, okay? Let's just undo all the good work. No, Mungo, don't do it. No, it's an empty bucket. Enough. It's an empty, look, bloody thing's empty. It's empty bucket. All right, okay? All right, see? It is empty. All right, no, I'll catch you.
Good afternoon, listeners. If you want to have your photo with that gorgeous baby